Even though I'm wearing my blue shirt, I've got a bad feeling about today. Here we go, it's the biggest game so far. A massive match of the day. It's Portsmouth versus Sunderland down at Fratton Park. And can Sunderland stay unbeaten and make it 10 in a row? 10 unbeaten games in a row. Haven't lost since December the 7th. But Portsmouth are in absolutely fantastic form. Unbeaten at home this season. They haven't lost throughout this year. And I'm predicting a 2-1 away victory, but I will take a draw. I will take a point against Portsmouth. It's a massive match. We cannot lose this match. I pray we don't lose this match. So a point at worst would be a good result, because Portsmouth are the most dangerous side in League One at this moment in time, in my eyes. Absolutely brilliant set of fans. I hope it's a fantastic match, but I hope we come away with at least a point. Now, before we get started with everything else, I want to say a big happy birthday to Mickey Finley. Mickey Finley was 21 yesterday. A great day to be 21. 31st of January. It's my daughter's birthday. And also Julio Arca. He was born on the 31st of January. He's 38 years young, and he was an absolute legend at Sunderland. So there we go. Happy birthday. Mickey Finley loves this channel. He loves SAFC Fan TV. Top lads fan, massive Sunderland fan, goes to loads of matches, great Sunderland supporter. I hope you had a fantastic 21st birthday yesterday, Mickey lad. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. We'll leave that alone. Hey. Right, so want to welcome in some new players to Sunderland. Declan John, the Welsh wizard, the young 24-year-old, only 5 foot 10 inches tall, but he's a left wing back. But he's got experience being the Welsh left wing back, the Welsh wizard, just like Gareth Bale. The Welsh wizard, yes. He's coming to Sunderland to learn his trade on loan to the end of the season. He did play 42 games at Cardiff, never scored a goal. He played 14 games at Rangers, never scored a goal. And played 11 games at Swansea and hasn't scored a goal. But he's being dropped down a level to League One, where hopefully he will shine like the star he's going to be. And also we bring in the young striker, 20-year-old Semenyo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not 100% sure. I'll listen to the radio later on and see what they say. But welcome the young Bristol City lad, born in London. He's coming here, hasn't played massive amounts of matches, got loads. He's going to gain experience at Sunderland. He's on the bench today. I hope this lad, this big, strong, speedy lad, can score absolute load of goals for Sunderland at his time here. Exactly the same team as we played against Tranmere during the week, and most of the 9 matches we have played unbeaten. Now, is this team going to be fit enough to take it to Portsmouth at Fratton Park, having played so many matches? Or will the reserves come into play, the subs come into play today? Because we have Lafferty on the bench, Scoured on the bench, Semenyo on the bench, and Watmore, and also Flanagan and Burge. There we go. So let's hope, let's pray we can get at least a point today. But like I said before, it's going to be absolutely massive, because Portsmouth are in absolutely fantastic form. I hope the Sunderland fans enjoy their time down Fratton Park and come home safe and sound. We'll catch you later when hopefully, I've just been for my 4 or 5 mile run. Now it's time for a little drink. Hopefully, it's a celebration drink and not drowning me sorrows. We'll see you later. Well, charismations, drowning me sorrows. But after drowning me sorrows, only my 3rd can of the day. At half time, I decided to change my shirt to bring us some good luck, but didn't work. Well, it's finished. Portsmouth 2, Sunderland 0, and it's boys versus men. The men of Portsmouth versus the boys of Sunderland. Portsmouth win the match. Very comfortable, very easy. And I have one thing to say. All throughout this season, Portsmouth fans have been giving Kenny Jackett some stick, mind. I tell you what, Kenny Jackett has done what Phil Parkinson has done in the past and turned his season around. Kenny Jackett was a decent manager last season, did well for Portsmouth, got undue stick this season from the Portsmouth fans. Now, all you Portsmouth fans out there, you're all happy as Larry, you're all cock-a-hoop, you're all over the moon because you're beating Sunderland. I bet you all love Kenny Jackett now, don't you? Michael Easter doing a fantastic job keeping Kenny Jackett, backing Kenny Jackett. He's Jacket Potato above everybody else. Well done, Kenny Jacket, and well done, Portsmouth, on your victory today. You deserved it. Unbeaten at home. You've turned the corner. Absolutely fantastic result for Portsmouth. Well done. Well done. You were the better team. Easy. Well, in the first half, Luke 09 had an amazing shot. Hit the post. Bounced back to the keeper and went round the back of the net. Could have easily been 1-0 to Sunderland, but there was 2 class points in the first half. Actually, there's points to make out overall. We kind of take set pieces, and Portsmouth's Kenny Jacket absolutely fantastic at taking set pieces. Brilliant set piece, and there was Burgess. Burgess, 6'4", man, 6'4", right? Let's get perspective, right? You've got Burgess, 6'4", right? Being marked by 5'2", Luke 09. What sense does that make? Can anybody out there tell me what sense that makes? Eh? Really? Who makes this up? Brilliant set piece. There was danger before that with a set piece. We didn't learn from our mistakes. And Portsmouth scored 1-0. So half time, it was quite even Stevens. And Portsmouth, because of that bit of skill, brilliant set piece, probably deserved to be in front. But then we thought, yes, second half, Phil Pattinson, get these lads in. Charlie Wykes had a niggle, had an injury. He'll come off. Lafferty will come on, who was absolutely laughable, because didn't do anything at all. Seriously, Lafferty, nothing there for me today. But it wasn't just Lafferty. Chris Maguire has been poor the last 2 matches. Really poor. Sorry, last 2 matches. No, sorry, I'll take away the Tranmere match. It was poor at home when we won. And he's been poor today. His form is starting to dip. Is this because, even though we do say we like consistency in teams, but we need to find out, and Phil Pattinson needs to pinch out every now and again when one of the players start to dip in form, they need to bring somebody else in. Even though you say, yeah, shouldn't play, you shouldn't. You shouldn't change your unbeaten side. It's a catch-22. I know it's catch-22. You shouldn't change your unbeaten side. But you can see things that are happening on the pitch from previous matches that you as a manager have got to try and sort out. So the second half came out, and again, we were miles the second best. Portsmouth were easily the better side. Could have easily won 3-4, 5-0. I mean, the last time Sunderland have won at Fratton Park is 1997. The last time in the league. And 10 years ago to today, 10 years ago this month, this was a Premier League fixture. So it proves that both teams have fallen. It isn't the end of the world. Hopefully it's only a blip for Sunderland. But we have a lot to learn. And for me, the Power and Dobson situation in the central midfield has been a weak link for a long time. It's been noticed on the SFC, panel, Sunday Bunch. And it is. For me, Dobson's too many yellow cards. He had 9 yellow cards now this season. Where is Scowen, the rat? Why wasn't Scowen brought on today at any point in the match to get some bite in the midfield? That's what he was brought in for, Phil Pattinson, for bite in the midfield. So where is he? You're telling me he's got to be fit, match fit. He's played 18 games for QPR this season at a higher level than League One. So he's got to be fit. So why wasn't Scowen in the side? Brought on at least at half time. We were 1-0 down to try and change things around. I ain't the manager. Just what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing. I saw against Tranmere we struggled in the centre of midfield with Power and Dobson. And it's been found out wanting massively today. So these are things that Phil Pattinson has to adjust. What's that? What the fuck was that? Like I said, Burgess 6'5" being marked by 5'2", Luke 09 doesn't make any sense. And I want to see where's Ozturk gone? Eh? Bailey Wright comes in, yes? Bailey Wright comes in. Probably a decent player. 6 foot tall. Ozturk 6'4". Where's he at? Where's he gone? Is he injured? Am I being angry for no reason because he's injured? Or is he just being kicked out of the squad completely? I hope he's being injured. I really do hope he's injured. Because why would you change the defence? I know we did against Tranmere, but Tranmere, we were hard lines against. We were lucky against Tranmere. Sorry, lucky against Tranmere. I like Ozturk. I love Ozturk. I know he's had a few handballs. He might have had a few words with Phil Parkinson. And Phil Parkinson brought his own player in, Bailey Wright, and dropped Alam Ozturk. Hopefully Ozturk will come back into the fold because unfortunately Lynch was stretched it off. I don't know exactly what was wrong with Lynch. I hope he's okay. If that's the case, Flanagan and Ozturk, one of those two have to come back in the next match. So I want to say a double congratulations on Bolton. Bolton scored Portsmouth's second goal. And Bolton won today. Well done, Bolton. Great result against Tranmere, who are really struggling. But I hope that's only a blip today. I hope we can learn from our mistakes today, our poor set pieces. How to defend set pieces. We need to learn how to defend. We were second best all over the park today. I mean, my man of the match, which says a lot, it's going to go... it was given to Kenny Jackett by Portsmouth. John McLaughlin did save a few chances today. So I'm going to give it to John McLaughlin. So there you go. We got beat 2-0. And John McLaughlin, the keeper's my man of the match. We're in 7th place. Only 5 points behind Wickham, who lost today. But I want to say congratulations to Rotherham, who ground out the result. Coventry, Oxford and Peterborough, who smashed Ipswich 4-1. And M.K.Dons beat Wickham. And Southend, well done Southend, Sol Campbell. So we're in 7th place outside the playoffs, but only 5 points off 2nd place to Phil Parkinson. Have you done the right thing by letting Mark McNulty go? For me, Mark McNulty was one of the better players at the beginning of the season. Give 100% on the park. You haven't given him a sniff. Did you want him out because it's his loanee came in? I thought Mark McNulty was a good player and he's been fit ever since. They found out what was wrong with his hamstring. It was his back. Is the transfer window being good or bad? It hasn't been too bad, but we'll soon know in a few weeks' time. But for me, we should have kept Mark McNulty. I kind of think McNulty probably is a better player than Lafferty, than Wyke. That's just my opinion. So is this January window, is this absolutely balls up the rest of our season? Or is it going to be good? What's your thoughts? Leave your comments down below. My good instincts from me heart and my gut instincts, I'm trying to think. I can't see it being... I feel like it's been a poor... After this match today, and I've seen what's going on against Tranmere as well, right? I'm trying to be upbeat and excited and happy and joyful, but at the same time, Scowen, he could be the player to come into centre midfield that could change the season and get this run back going into victories. But I mean, I'm not sure about the rest. So we'll see. I wanted to keep McNulty, but that's just my opinion. And I want to say, you know, for the score predictions for Tranmere versus Sunderland. Well done, Liam Foster, Robert Edwards, Sunderland till I die, and it's Bobby Cowley. All got the prediction right, 1-0. How many out there got 2-0 Portsmouth? I don't know, but well done Portsmouth again. I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm so disappointed today. I try not to be too disheartened, but it was pathetic. We knew we were going to get beat down Fratton Park against Portsmouth. You know, we had Lee Cattermole when we ground out the draw in the playoff semi-finals. But we got smashed 3-1 before that. And I'm disappointed. I hope Phil Parkinson can turn this around. Get us back and win wins against Ipswich. Ipswich getting smashed 4-1 of Peterborough. 2 teams now have been beaten. Which one will bounce back? We will find out in next week on Saturday. Hopefully it's going to be Sunderland who can beat Ipswich. Phil Parkinson's got a lot to think about, and he was upset after the match, saying we should have 2 penalties. 2 penalties, but yet again, the referees are against Sunderland. I'm not making that excuse at all, because Portsmouth, you were the better side. You have the better manager, with tactics and free kicks at this moment in time. And obviously the better owner of Michael Easter. There we go. Our unbeaten run is over. But let's just start a new one. Let's just go unbeaten for the rest of the season. You know, can you, Sunderland Football Club, can you players, can Phil Parkinson put it down, throw the gauntlet down and go unbeaten for the rest of the season? I challenge you. We'll see you later.